Hey guys, M13 here. I'm out for a little group ride. Topic of the video is riding slow. If you've never done it before, and oddly enough, that is a serious statement, because like myself, for example, when I first started to ride in Taiwan, once I got the hang of it, I was and once I realized that there's like cops don't give a shit, and there's like no speed traps in the city. There's speed traps on roads like this. They're pretty frequent on roads like this, but in the city they're non-existent. So once I realized these things in Taiwan, that you can fly by the cops doing twice the speed limit and they won't do anything, and there's no real speed cameras in the city. Once I realized those things, and I just rode full out all the time. Like I was just, I was riding as if my life depended on it every single day, to go to work, to come home from work, and plus work was a bit stressful, so that was my way of blowing off steam. It was my way of waking up on the way to work and blowing off steam after work. And I would just, but it became like habit. It became like the norm for me. Like every time I got on my motorcycle, even if I was just going to the store or just going to go do something, relaxed, I was still like just full throttle all the time. And like if I was doing double the speed limit, then that was like a nice chilled, relaxed speed. Like that's the way it got to be. And so I literally, and I'm not exaggerating, I never rode slowly for more than like a few seconds. Like unless the only time I would ride slowly was when I would absolutely have to due to traffic or something. But in that situation, it's not really considered driving slowly. I was still always going as fast as I could. So even if I'm only doing 20 kilometers an hour, if it's due to traffic and that's the quickest I can do, then I'm still going as fast as I can. And then once I started doing, and then there was a couple of times where I'd be following someone and I'd be forced to go slow, and I'd get really like uneasy, like it was so abnormal to me to ride that slowly. Like it was just, it was very, it felt like I was out of my element. And I actually had a couple of accidents while riding slowly. There was like 2 incidences where I was like following a car or something, and I'm on a motorcycle and I'm following a car, so I just had to like just puddle along following the car. I gave him the faggiest look. And then I started doing these tours, right? I do a tour of Taiwan. People come out, they can hire me for day tours. Normally we use scooters, but we have motorcycles too. You can ride fucking Ninjas, CBRs, whatever you want. So people started hiring me for these tours. And in the beginning I was going, I knew, I have to go slower, but I was still going a little quick. And then crashes were very frequent in the beginning of my tours. Just for the first couple. And and it's partially my fault, because I was setting too quick a pace for the group, but for me it was still a slow pace. So, but nonetheless, I had to slow it down, and then I had to slow it down some more, and now I do a very relaxed pace. And it took me a while to be able to do that. Like I had to like train myself. I had to like because I had to completely retrain my riding style, because riding fast wasn't something that I would like go out and be like, okay, I'm gonna ride fast, and I'd try really hard. It was just my natural, comfortable riding style, going quick. I slow right down when I'm talking, like right now. Don't go, hey, you're not quick, you're going really slow now. Yeah, of course, I'm making a video. Yeah, I like this. They put these flags up just recently. So, but it's interesting because I had to slow down for there's a lot of benefits to riding slow, and most are common sense, like safety and whatnot. But actually, it's not true, because as we've discussed in previous videos, the safest possible speed is a little bit quicker than everyone else. Like, that's the safest possible speed for a motorcycle. There's been studies done, and that's the safest possible speed for someone to do on the motorcycle, and a little bit quicker than everyone else. Well, actually, it's not true. Not everyone else. A little bit quicker than what the majority is doing. So if most of the traffic, the majority of traffic is doing 60, then you should do 65 or 63 or something like that. It's a little bit quicker than what, yeah, okay. So if going slower isn't safer, but I'm talking about like on roads like this. Like on a road like this, if I go slowly, I can just move off and keep to the side, and the road's so big that it's not going to increase my risk factor much at all. And then when you're going slow, you can, of course, you know, and this shit should be obvious, but it's never really been, you never know, because like for the longest time I just always rode fast. I never really thought about these things. When you go slow, you also get to enjoy the scenery, and then you can also enjoy your thoughts more. Like you can actually start to think about more deeper issues and whatnot, because when you're riding fast, you're concentrating on the road, and that's a relaxing thing in a sense. It's therapeutic, right? The speed, the adrenaline of it all. It's kind of a, you know, I was going like so slow that I had to pull in the clutch, and then then I was going even slower, and the bike just wanted to drop. So I had to give it some RPMs just to balance the bike, even though I wasn't accelerating, and then I used the clutch to control the acceleration to get out of that corner. I was going too slow. Proof that going too slow yet again is dangerous. Hi guys, what you doing? That's bread. Cut up with bread. So yeah, like, so you know, but you can think it gets different, because riding fast is therapeutic because you get all into it and you're just like focusing on the speed, and you kind of like clear your mind of thought, and you just focus. So you forget about all your problems and your worries and your stresses, and you just focus on going fast, and that's therapeutic. But it's also, and when you're going really slow, you can just drift off and like daydream. You know, you can just like start to think about completely other things. That's another reason why slow is also somewhat unsafe, because when you're going slow, you focus a lot less on the road. But like I said, if you're on a road like this, where it's like 4 lanes and no traffic, and you're just kind of like, thinking about something, you know, thinking about what you do if you win the lottery or whatever, and you're just enjoying the scenery. You know, it really sounds like this topic shouldn't be a topic, because it's all just fucking common sense. But like, there was years of my life where I never rode slow. Anybody need a bag? Anybody need a bag? Anyone? There was years of my life where I literally like never ever rode slow, and I should have, because it's a different experience, and that's what it's about. You know, riding is an experience, and you know, when you ride different vehicles, it's different experiences. You know, I don't like always riding my scooter. I don't like always riding my Ninja, because they're both two different experiences, and when I do one, if I do one too much, then I get bored of it and I want to do the other. And that's what kind of riding fast, and that's what I kind of learned about riding fast, or riding slow for that matter. If you always ride fast, you should, for an entirely different experience, you should try riding slow, and vice versa. You know, like there's guys that always ride slow, and it's just like, well, what's the point of even owning a bike? Hey, that's that group that passed us a little while ago. They'll pass us again, and next time they do, I'll try to see if I can keep up with them. It shouldn't be too, with that many riders, it shouldn't be too hard. It's rare that like you get 20 guys together that are all going to be quicker than me. Rare, not impossible. So easy to rile up the kids. Actually, I thought that was Brad. It's not. It's totally not Brad. He's on a green Ninja. Brad's Ninja's orange. anyways, yeah. So what was the point of that video? I don't know. Ride slow sometimes because it's different. That's probably the whole video summed up.